CS3351 Digital Principles and Computer Organization. Topic is Serial Advanced Technology Attachment. Presented by Devi Salakshi, Assistant Professor of CSE Department, Rohini College of Engineering and Technology. Sata. Sata stands for Serial Advanced Technology Attachment. SATA is an interface that connects various storage devices such as hard disk, optical drives, SSDs, etc. to the motherboard. SATA was introduced in the year 2000 to replace long-standing PATA. We all know in serial mode, data is transferred bit by bit and parallel or streams they carry the data. Despite knowing this fact, there is a drawback in PATA. PATA is highly susceptible to outside interference and hence allows SATA to operate at high speeds of PATA. SATA cables are thinner, more flexible and compact as compared to the PATA cables. There were several industry groups that began their development in SATA late in the 2000. It was very year 2003 that SATA IO was formed and it laid out the first SATA specifications. A SATA controller is a device that used to connect the computer's motherboard to the storage drives. SATA operates on two modes. One is the IDE mode and second one is the AHCI mode. So first we can see IDE mode. IDE mode stands for Integrated Derived Electronics. This is a mode which is used to provide backward compatibility with older hardware which runs on PATA at the cost of low performance. AHCI mode. AHCI is the abbreviation of Advanced Host Controller Interface. It's a high performance drive. Characteristics of SATA. Low voltage requirements as well as simplified construction. Low voltage requirements. SATA operates on 500 MV peak-to-peak signaling. This helps in promoting a much low interference and crosstalk between conductors. Simplified construction. PATA cables and 40-pin 80 were ribbon cable. This was complex in construction. In comparison, SATA had a single 7-pin data cable and a 15-pin power cable. This cable resulted in a higher signaling rate which translates to faster throughput of data. Differential signaling. SATA uses differential signaling. Differential signaling is a technology which uses two adjustment wires to simultaneously in phase and out of phase signals. Thus, it is possible to transfer high-speed data with low operating voltage and low power consumption by detecting the phase difference between the two signals that the receivers end. High data transfer rate. SATA has a high data transfer rate of 150, 300, 600 Mbps second. This capability of SATA allows all faster program loading, better picture loading and fast documentation loading. Advantages of SATA. Faster data transfer rate as compared to PATA. SATA cable can be length up to 1 meter whereas PATA cable can have length of maximum 18 inches. SATA cables are smaller in size. Since they are smaller in size, they take up to inside the computer and increase the internal airflow. Increased airflow can decrease the heat buildup and therefore increases the overall life of computer. Most modern computer motherboards today have SATA ports more than PATA ports. Low power consumption. Disadvantages SATA. Special device drives are required sometimes to recognize and use the drive. However, a SATA hard drive can behave as a PATA drive. This eliminates the need for a specific driver to be installed. SATA cable supports only one hard drive to connect at a time, whereas PATA cable allows two PATA drives per cable. SATA is costlier as compared to PATA.